I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you all. So next is our open public forum, and I do have two people that have requested to speak at our open public forum. So we will start with Becky Dickerhoff. And you have 3 minutes. Just state your name and address for the record, and the timer will start. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Becky Dickerhoff. I live in the city of Spokane on Park Ridge Boulevard. I cannot speak for the League of Women Voters of the Spokane area. I can say I agree with the positions of our league concerning health care. Our National League has a position of promote health care system for the United States that provides affordable access to a basic level of quality care for all U.S. residents, including behavioral health that is integrated with and achieves parity with the physical health care system. Our state league's position on drug abuse is there should be periodic evaluations of drug programs and of interagency coordination and cooperation. Our local league's position statement is, and there goes seconds, a delivery of public health care in Spokane County requires an effective health board committed to clear goals and policies and public involvement in the establishment of those policies. The health board can increase its effectiveness by a comprehensive orientation and ongoing educational program conducted by staff members. Range Media reported on December 20th, 2023, the Spokane Regional Health District failed to apply for a grant from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, which funded the Spokane Regional Opioid Task Force. This task force, over the last 5 years, brought together the disparate professions that engage with opioid abuse. This task force played a vital role in providing knowledge among providers about opioid abuse in our county. Supposedly, the task force was replaced by the Opioid Roundtable, headed by Dr. Valiquez, the Spokane County Health Officer. Currently, as noted by Dr. Bob Luce and Maurice Smith and many others, our community, the city, and the county have only anecdotal resources to understand the horrific rise in fentanyl deaths. They think it is many times over the deaths in previous years. The health agencies are struggling to quantify the current crisis. Access to resources depends on accurate data, and the agencies dealing with the crisis on a day-to-day basis don't have it. As witnessed during the COVID pandemic, the county commissioners control the Spokane Regional Health District. The county commissioners can direct the county health officer, Dr. Frank Valiquez, to develop a county data collection program to better service the health providers and emergency responders, providing both the Spokane City and county with the facts they need to address the fentanyl crisis and the escalating number of deaths we are seeing. I'm asking the Spokane County Commissioners to direct Dr. Valiquez and his staff to use their resources to develop clear and accurate data on the fentanyl overdoses, general drug overdoses, deaths due to both categories of overdoses, and how many of those overdoses and deaths involved individuals experiencing homelessness, and finally, the number of deaths from all causes among individuals experiencing homelessness. Just as the Spokane County Health District has provided necessary data relevant to the Shigella outbreak, they must do the same for fentanyl crisis. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Tim Kinley. And Tim, if you would state your name and address for the record, and then you have 3 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, Tim Kinley. Before I get into, I'll give you my ask, and then I'll lay a foundation for what I have, why I'm asking this. I'm asking that the county no longer fund election tabulators and election machines. I'm also asking that the county board here contact the state auditor and ask them to do an audit of the election system and the cast vote record. I've been involved for years in election, I don't want to call it, but just election issues. Started off in Minnesota, was in part of groups, different groups that went before the U.S. Supreme Court on election issues, and also have one of the groups, state courts, federal courts, other election issues. We've been quite successful on winning those cases. I've had over 1,000 hours involved in Minnesota, and here, when I finally escaped Minnesota, it's good to be back in Spokane, have spent thousands of hours, again, with research and being down watching our election system. This is what I tell people about our election results. We don't know who wins. Yeah, a number gets spit out, and we have this logic and accuracy test, which is totally meaningless. It gives, all it does is for those ballots that put in, they have the system, well, we know what's going to be marked. But after that, because this is all software generated, we've been told over and over that this system doesn't connect to the internet. Well, federal government has admitted there's an internet system for election machines. But even that, they're accessible. And just putting the flash drive, a USB drive into the tabulator can change the results because of software. It's been demonstrated over and over. Both Democrats and Republicans have said these machines are not trustworthy. And the other thing we do is a risk limiting audit. Again, meaningless. We put all this time and effort into looking at the ballots, pulling some ballots out, and they put the data into a machine, and all you get back, of course it goes to Colorado and then back here, but all you get back is this thing says it all checks out. Nothing to verify it. And we know that on 2 election times that 10 minutes before 8 o'clock, the tabulator was accessed. There's no reason for it to be.
Thank you. Okay, so those are the 2 people that have signed up. Is there a second call for anyone wishing to testify at the open public forum? No one online? Okay, seeing no one in the audience and no one online, I'll call third and final call for anyone wishing to testify at the open public forum. No one online and no one in the audience. I will close the open public forum. Was there anything that my fellow commissioners wanted to take separately? Seeing no, then I will look to my fellow commissioners.
Madam Chair, move to approve items 3 and 4, including all sub-items.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Commissioner Jordan? You only have 3 microphones in front of you.
Can Commissioner French hear me, just to make sure?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. My mic's not working on my chair. I was just sitting here and it just, boom, it went down. So I've got faulty equipment left and right, but I make the best of it. I just wanted to briefly say a few comments on 4A. This is a topic that we discussed this morning, relates to a methodology for evaluating land capacity as part of the county's 2026 comprehensive land use plan. And I think this is a topic that has come before the board multiple times in briefings and public meetings. Just want to thank Scott for all of the communication, the information. Jessica Pilgrim, as we all know, in the prosecutor's office, is an expert on this topic. So I've had a chance to speak with her. I'm comfortable moving forward with the methodology today. I just wanted to note for the record that one thing I would really like to see, that first of all, the land use plan for 2026 is a big deal for our region, and it's really important. It's a highly important topic that's also highly technical. It's very complicated. The Growth Management Act is complicated. It involves a lot of expert input. Many different rules and regulations, and so that have changed a lot in the past couple of years. So we're all trying to get our arms around that. One important element of the whole process is the public participation plan. And I understand with regard to this item, there was a public hearing. Nobody came and gave testimony, so there was an opportunity for that. But I think going forward, I'm really hoping that we can have this robust public outreach plan. I think the city had a land use kind of town hall recently. Last couple of weeks, I saw pictures with dozens of people in attendance, so that's really something I'd like to see and I know is forthcoming. It sounds like there is a draft of that public participation plan. It's being circulated to stakeholders right now and will come before the board and be able to be commented on publicly as well. So I look forward to that. I think that's an important element of this process being successful going into 2026. I do take comfort today that the steering committee of elected officials, there's a body of experts called the PTAC, which I think is the the technical advisory committee of the steering committee, involves planners from across the jurisdictions who have given input, looked at this methodology, and signed off on it. So I'm comfortable moving forward today. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Seeing none, I have a motion and a second for items 3 and 4 and all sub-items as presented on today's agenda. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion passes unanimously. That will then take us to, we do have a by-leave item today, by-leave item 5, which is in the matter of ratifying the agenda for the Spokane County Regional Interlocal Leadership Structure meeting on March 8th, 2024. We are taking this as a by-leave item since this meeting is on Friday, and at this point, we think we're supposed to be approving the agenda as the commissioners. So can I have a motion?
Madam Chair, I move to approve by leave item number 5, which is a resolution in the matter of ratifying the agenda for the Spokane County Regional Interlocal Leadership Structure, SCRILS, meeting on March 8th, 2024.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion amongst us? Okay, then since this is a by-leave item, I do have to open it up to public comment. So is there anyone that would like to comment on item number by-leave 5 today? Not seeing anyone in the audience or anyone online. Second call for anyone wishing to testify. Third and final call for anyone wishing to testify on item number 5. Seeing none in the audience and none online, I will close the open public testimony and call for the vote. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Motion passes unanimously. That takes us to the end of our agenda. Mr. Simmons or Mr. Anderson, is there anything else for today?
Nothing for me, Commissioner.
Nothing for me as well.
Well, very good. Thank you. We had a 15-minute meeting this morning, or this afternoon, so perfect. Thank you all very much for being here today, and then we will see you next week. Thank you.